Everybody, welcome to the Sideline Study Podcast. And I just got in the right corner of my notification that we just got live now. So if we start off with a bad intro, hello! Here's a better one. Oh, and once again, I fuck up this week by having the voice in the background. All right, well, there's a great start. Let's go to my co-host already for the show. JP Baker from the Kobojo. How are you doing today?
Doing good. I'm tired, but I'm doing good. Really, this weekend was a little bit iffy. I was proud of the way Green Bay played. I didn't think it was going to be even close. And they showed up and played. They damn near pulled it off. So I think that they're coming around. They played well. I was impressed. The Badgers, on the other hand, little disappointing. But I know they can't be good every fucking year. And the college football rankings are out, and I got a little bit to say about that. I'm highly disappointed in the criteria that they go by.
Yeah.
Other relevant fucking factors. What the fuck does that mean? But Alabama, as long as they're as good as Alabama, why the fuck do they even have these fucking rankings? So dumb. So, yeah.
And next to you there is Heather eating a wonderful bowl. I think, what is that?
Is beef stroganoff.
Oh, I thought it was cereal.
It's close. It looks like cereal. It tastes like cereal.
Yeah, it's definitely close.
I'll talk about it, Jim Case. I'll talk about it. I'll see if I can find them. But go ahead.
And welcome everybody that's in the chat room. We have one more person that's probably super excited to talk to all of us right now. Hey, Bobbit, how you feeling today, bud?
I feel like a pig in shit right now.
So you don't feel good?
I feel like a dude who got a blowjob. I feel excellent.
That's fucking weird.
Leave it to Bobbit to once again have another intro ready for.
Hey.
No, but Bobbit, your Carolina Panthers. I must say, you proved everybody wrong.
Dude, I'll be honest. I didn't see that coming.
No, I don't think any of us did. That's why we didn't pick them.
You're right.
Except for you. I mean, we got to go to both you and Heather. Like, what was going on with Baltimore, Heather?
I don't know. I couldn't watch the game. Fucking. The NFL app is so weird. Every other time I jump on it, it tells me that the red zone is not part of my package. So it's just like, but I was watching it last week. What the hell?
It probably was doing a free preview or whatever.
Every other week?
I don't know if Bobbit will be biased, but what was my question to you, Bobbit, is, because I didn't watch the game, what did Baltimore not do? I think a lot of it was turnovers.
It was.
When you turn the ball over, you're not going to win. Over 50%, a lot of the time, you're not going to win. Baltimore is not one of those teams that can turn the ball over because their offense is okay, but it's not one of those offenses where you can come from behind to win. They're not a juggernaut type offense like the Rams are, like the Patriots can be. Maybe even you probably might even be able to throw the Packers in there in recent years. In fact, you can throw the Packers in there in recent years. But turnovers.
They almost did come back.
They did. They started coming back, but turnovers killed them. How many points off of turnovers did they get? That's the key. If Baltimore gave up points off a turnover, so if they turned the ball over and got points, that's probably your difference in the game.
What was the difference in the second quarter is that Carolina scored 17 points. It was a tie game going after the first, and then Carolina just tore them apart in the second quarter.
Okay, but those 17 points, were they turnovers? Were they off of turnovers?
Yeah, I'm just looking it up right now.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm looking at Joe Flacco had 2 interceptions that game.
Okay, so there you go. If there's turnovers are the factor. Imagine if Baltimore did not turn the ball over. What would have been the difference in that game? It probably would have gone the other way.
I must say, Carolina putting up 36 points against Baltimore defense. I can't complain. I got to. It's like I hate when Carolina does this. They have that kind of team that can fight for a playoff spot, but sometimes they just don't put up the points, I think. And at this game, they just went wild, I think.
And this is the point that I was bringing to Bobbitt last week when we were talking about this, when we got into our heated discussion. That was my point. You never know which Carolina Panthers team you're going to get. I've said it how many times now. They're one of the most talented, if not the most talented team in the NFL with the players that they have. But they never apply themselves. Cam Newton, again, I'm going to say this. He has his moments where he looks like an all-pro, but he also has those moments like the game before where he just doesn't act like he wants to fucking be there. That's the issue that I have with him. He's supposed to be the leader of that team. He needs to be there 100% of the time, not just some of the time, 100% of the time. I understand it's a team game, but everybody follows what the leader does. And he keeps saying he's the leader of this team. Start acting like it then. Maybe he turned the corner this last week. I don't know. I've seen him play like this before, though. Is he going to revert back to his old self next week? We'll see. Even when they went 15-1 that year, he had his moments where he acted like he didn't want to. I don't know. It's just one of those things with that guy.
It seems like he's more interested in his wardrobe than his game.
Yes, and that bothers me.
Oh my God, who's the guy from Washington? Did you guys see that guy's outfit this week? That guy fucking rocked it. I think his name was DJ Swearinger. If you guys don't know who this guy is, this guy fucking outshined Cam Newton when it comes to an outfit this week. Go look up this guy when it had this suit. He also is looking pretty good with interception rate right now.
I agree with you. The Bills need to find some defense or offense. I like their defense, though. Their defense
did pretty good against the Patriots.
We might as well scoop into that topic, the Monday Night Football game, how the Bills defense, they stopped the Patriots somehow for getting a lot of points until the fourth quarter, and then we saw Peterman threw that interception, and they got the defensive touchdown.
Yep, and it's going to happen. The Bills don't have any sort of offense. They don't have a wide receiver that they can count on. Their star running backs hurt. Josh Allen got hurt. That hurt him because he was making strides. Anderson, I don't know. I think he's better than Nathan Peterman. I think they're just going. They wouldn't have picked up Derek Anderson if they didn't trust Nathan Peterman. Why they're going back to this guy, I do not know. It sucks that Josh Allen's out. Yeah. Because he's better than both of them.
Yeah. So what happened was I think that Derek Anderson, he got hurt and they took him out near Peterman.
Yeah, he ended up with a concussion, but he had 5 interceptions yesterday?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, if I look back, Derek Anderson looked okay. But he had really nothing to fear. He's just filling in for a spot, right?
Yeah.
So he really had nothing to lose that game. Let me just go back and check out the stats in that game from yesterday, and check out Derek Anderson's thing. Well, I hate. Have you guys seen the new look for the NFL Network when it comes to stat wise yet?
Mm-mm.
It's fucking annoying.
I've only ever seen the mobile app.
It's well, originally, if you go to the website, it would all be there on one spot. You can see all the teams, all the stats there. Now it's all on one right side, and you have to click each team to look at each stat. It's so goddamn annoying.
Right.
Derek Anderson, 22 for 39 completion attempts, 290 yards, and 1 interception.
Okay, so it wasn't too bad, but he's out with a concussion.
Right.
It's better than Peterman would have done.
Here's what happened is they tried running the ball a lot. Chris Ivory actually outplayed LaShawn McCoy. He carried the ball 6 times for 34 yards, which is not great. But LaShawn McCoy had 12 carries for 13 yards.
Yeah, well, LaShawn McCoy is – don't get me started with that guy. I think I said it at the beginning of the year. That guy's about as big of a cancer as that Vontae Davis was.
Yeah. He's dealing with a couple of injuries right now too. So I think it's
true.
I'm surprised that they didn't get rid of him at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, he's broken goods though. I don't know if they'd want to have anybody would want to have him. He's broken goods. He's injury prone. What are you going to get for him? A 7th round pick?
If that.
I would probably ask for like a 5th or 4th. Probably.
I wouldn't go that high. I wouldn't. Not for him. He's injury prone. Maybe I'd probably go no higher than a 5th for sure.
I would definitely value him more than Devontae Freeman of the Atlanta Falcons because he's also injury prone as well.
Yes, but he's younger too, isn't he?
Yeah. And
I think I'd value Devontae Freeman just a little bit more because he's younger, but I still wouldn't probably go any higher than a 5th round pick for him.
Mm-hmm. But do you guys? We might as well get into this. Today's the trade deadlines.
Yeah,
Packers. Look at this. Let's go to your fucking Packers trading Clinton Dix.
Yeah, that's the shock one. That's the shocking one. Now I can understand why they did it. Because he's on, they signed him to that not a franchise tag, but on these rookie contracts they have the option year. So he played out his contract and they signed him for the end of the option. They added that option into his contract. So I think he was making $8.5 million this year. If I remember correctly, I have to look at my thing. Let me look and see how much he was making this year.
But I do know that he was going into his final year, and he probably wanted to get more value from another team. So that's
the thing. I don't think they were going to re-sign him because he doesn't fit what Green Bay wants to do. If you think about it, Green Bay is one of those teams where they get guys that fit their scheme. Now, Clinton Dix, I think, could fit into any scheme, but there is Josh Jones fits what they want to do. And he's a bigger, more physical safety than Clinton Dix. Clinton Dix is more of an athletic safety. He can cover you. He can do run support. He's one of those hybrid safeties where he could be a linebacker as well. He's not big enough. He's only like 208 pounds.
Yeah.
But
he's a lightweight.
But he's good. He's a sure tackling safety, which is what I look for in my safeties. I'm surprised that they got rid of him. But again, I can see why they did. They're not going to re-sign him because he doesn't fit their scheme. That's what people don't understand about NFL. People are like, why didn't they go out and get this guy? Why didn't they go out and get Des Bryant? He probably doesn't fit Green Bay's scheme. They could have, but he doesn't fit their scheme or what they want to do. So that's what people don't understand. You can go out and it's not about fantasy fucking football, people. These guys don't give a fuck about fantasy fucking football. These guys actually play the game to win a fucking Super Bowl.
And earn a paycheck.
Yeah. Clinton Dix is definitely one of the talented ones when it comes to the secondary. I do agree that he should.
I think that was the biggest trade of the day.
Oh, there's a couple other ones. Demarius Thomas went too, but I do want to ask you,
yeah.
Bob. What did you look at the Ha Clinton's Dix trade today at all, or?
I seen that they traded to Washington for a 4th-round pick, which
Oh,
I
I
could see. I could see. I could see that. I could see Packers going for a little more value with him, but I didn't mind it. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to find his contract here.
But he asked Bob at the question, not you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was like, Bobby, did you want to chime in with this Ha Clinton Dix talk with going to Redskins?
Apparently, JP's me now. So,
Shut your fucking mouth and answer the question, you cocksucker.
well, no, you answered it for me now. It's surprising, to say the least, but we don't fully know how much longer he had left on his contract. And him going to Washington, like Washington needs another fucking weapon. I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah.
Well, they do actually, because they're not that good, Bobby.
So I'm just going to chime in here real quick. Clinton Dix is making $3.15 million this year.
That's nothing. He should be
And
waiting.
that's off that 1-year deal. So he's on his option. They used his option. So they traded him. They got value for what he's worth. I mean, it could be higher, but yeah.
I think that was a great deal by the Redskins getting him. That's a great upgrade.
Yeah, I think it's a great deal for both.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, now that Green Bay can look to use that towards the future, get more depth. Redskins need somebody now to compete in the top division. So
yeah,
good. Yeah. So.
They're now one of the main threats to, because I think Swearinger and Clinton Dix play the same position.
Oh yeah,
so they can move Swearinger to cornerback because Swearinger's actually a cornerback.
Yeah,
they have him, and he's a hard hitting guy too.
It's I think now the Redskins have moved up into the favorites to win that division now.
I agree. I agree.
It's very well possible. Yeah.
There's some other trades that we gotta get to before we get into some college talk here. I do know that JP looked up the news about the trades. One of them was Demarius Thomas going to the Houston Texans.
That trade right there, because the Texans have turned a corner because they've won 5 in a row, and they just went out and got Will Fuller hurt himself, so they went out and got another threat. With DeAndre Hopkins and Demarius Thomas on opposite sides, who are you going to double? Who are you going to double? You're going to leave the middle of the field wide open. Tight end is going to be the key in that game. And for Houston, that's the way it has always been. Their tight ends have always been a key for them. And the running game as well. So I may have picked right. Houston is still my dark horse to make the Super Bowl this year.
So I'm just giving a quick shout out to everybody in our chat here. I see the gatekeeper Drew is in there. What's up, Drew? Shout out to everybody who's in the chat from Trackopedia, keeping track. I see Jim Case. I see Daniel. I see Alpha. I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys, knowing that I'm seeing you right now. And Ronnie, I see you too. I'm trying to keep track, but Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JP.
Oh no, I'm actually. I think Houston's my dark horse in the AFC to fucking win. I think they got a shot at winning the AFC South now.
It's with the way that just that division is going right now. Jacksonville is kind of up and down right now, but they just gave away Dante Fowler Jr. Actually, he is going to the Rams. Now that is fucking devastating to see the Rams get another defensive lineman.
Exactly.
So they're going for they're going to win it this year. I don't see anybody. I don't think the Rams are going to go undefeated, everybody, but I think they're going to the Super Bowl this year. And Jacksonville is no longer my Super Bowl pick. I'm going to go with Houston. I just see Houston as being that team that can actually with what they have now, because they have been on. Kansas City's still there, but I just don't see Kansas City being that threat. If Houston was to play Kansas City right now, I don't think that Kansas City's defense could handle Houston. With Demaryius Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, and a running game, which they do have, man, that's putting a lot of pressure on your defense. It gives up a lot of passing yards. So, yeah.
The atmosphere of football is changing because of these trades. Big names have gone right now. Bobbitt, have you seen any other big trades that we haven't mentioned yet?
No. I'm surprised that Carolina hasn't done any.
What do they need to do?
We need. There is one trade that actually I think that we haven't mentioned yet. JP, I think what you mentioned it earlier.
I don't think so.
Who else does Green Bay give up to?
Oh, well, I mean, they gave up Ty Montgomery. They traded him to Baltimore. That whole story, Green Bay had a chance to beat the Los Angeles Rams because Ty Montgomery returned to kickoff, and he fumbled the ball. There was reports out there that he was told to take a knee. Those reports are false. He was not told to take a knee. He was told to help the team. Aaron Rodgers was mad. It was probably because he fumbled, and I get it. Aaron Rodgers is a leader of that team, and he acted like it on the sideline. So everybody said they traded away Ty Montgomery because they have Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones, who are better off for it. Think about it. When have they used Ty Montgomery very limited, maybe in passing situations. So, yeah.
I do like the Aaron Jones move because I do think he's been more effective in Green Bay so far from what I've seen. Ty Montgomery, I think, has been the more flexible, and you got to give him credit for moving him from wide receiver to running back and now being traded away.
Yeah.
So you got to give him credit for getting value for him. But there was the actual other trade that I actually was talking about was Golden Tate.
Oh, yeah, Golden Tate got traded. He is now a Philadelphia Eagle. So there again, Philadelphia still – but they have weapons. They have weapons. Right, he did go to Philadelphia. They have weapons. So it's going to – the NFC East is going to be up in the air. And no, the Cowboys aren't going anywhere. It's going to be between the Redskins and the Eagles, I think.
Bobbitt, do you want to chime in?
Back to Bobbitt, I honestly don't think Carolina really needs anything. Like I've said it numerous times, they have enough talent, if not the most talent, to get themselves to a Super Bowl. It's whether or not they apply themselves. What do you think, Bobbitt? Do you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, or?
Yeah, I was waiting for Coop's question.
I was actually just going to you, but if you want to chime in with some of these trades, which ones you like or anything?
All these trades are interesting because they're just like I told my friend this like a couple weeks ago. He's a big Redskins fan. Like I knew 2 weeks ago that Redskins was going to probably win their division because fucking Giants are god awful, Cowboys suck, and Eagles until today they was hit and miss.
We'll see how the Cowboys do with Amari Cooper next week because that's very intriguing. I want to see something from him. See what the Cowboys can do.
UJP, yeah. I agree, but Carolina doesn't really need anybody except for maybe a better quarterback.
Did you say a better quarterback? So you're agreeing with me? The fuck? No, I think you said cornerback, right?
Yeah, I
I'll say quarterback.
Oh, never mind. He actually said quarterback.
Fair enough. Wow.
Oh man. Well, let's just say I'm had Greg Olson is back with that team. He's definitely a big factor for Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he was the reason why that they played a little bit better this week. Greg Olson being healed now from his foot injury, he's looking good. So yeah, Greg Olson back in the lineup.
Not only that, but ever since we got that one dude from the 49ers, we just got him this year.
There was somebody good on the 49ers.
Eric Reed.
Oh, him. Okay.
Ever since we got him, he's been a difference maker.
He's a cancer. We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, as long as we still get W's.
Speaking of W's, oh my God! I think just talking this episode so far has been a W, but I think we should move on to some college talk, shouldn't we?
Sure. Let's talk college football.
I am wearing my Wisconsin hat, so.
And I just had it up and then it disappeared. So just give me a second. You go ahead and continue to talk. What I had up, what I was going to talk about, and then it disappeared. It wasn't my fault, motherfucker.
Did you want to talk about the credentials for the playoff system?
I was just going to ask that, Bobby. Did you see what they put up for them?
Yeah.
You want to list them off for everybody?
Yeah. Not like they're okay. Of course, strength of schedule, which okay,
that's a given.
But there's one that JP mentioned. I was like, "What? National championship wins?"
No, conference championships.
Yeah, it's like the fuck.
So with that logic alone, Wisconsin has won. Now, if you're talking conference championships, are you actually talking conference championships or division wins? Because if that's the case, Wisconsin should be in the top 25, and they're not. Number one, you've got fucking Iowa State ranked ahead of Wisconsin. Iowa State cannot beat Wisconsin. I know that for a fact. They don't have the fucking personnel. So I don't know what the fuck they're thinking with this logic. I mean, number 25 is Virginia. Virginia's had a really tough schedule, and they've exceeded expectations. They're better than what I thought. They have Iowa State ahead of fucking Virginia. How in the fuck do you come up with this shit?
Yeah, really.
And also, one of their other factors is other other variable factor? What the fuck are they? Who can fucking toss a salad quickest? And I mean by eating ass. I don't mean fucking tossing a literal salad. Number 23 is Fresno State. 22 is Boston College. 21 is North Carolina State. Number 20 is Texas A&M. Here you go, Jim Case. Ranked number 19 is Syracuse. Mississippi State's 18. Texas is 17. Iowa's 16. Wisconsin beat Iowa, but yet Iowa's ranked in the top 25. Makes no fucking sense to me. I don't care how many losses Wisconsin has. I really don't. And yes, I'm going off that. Sorry. It don't make sense. Utah, number 15. Penn State, 16. West Virginia, 13. UCF, 12. Central Florida is 12. Florida is 11. And they got their ass whooped by Georgia this last week. And they're one ranking out of the top 25, out of the top 10. Who are these people and what are their credentials?
Okay.
Good fucking God.
With what you just stated, Virginia Tech should be in the top 25, damn it.
What's their ranking? Well, how many games have they won?
I think they're 500 right now.
Well, then you've got to be at least over 500. But I still don't think Iowa State deserves to be in the top 25. They've never fucking won They've never been in a conference. They've never won a conference championship in the last fucking forever. Fucking
They have a
logic
wicked
that these
halftime
guys give
show
us
with
are fucking annoying. What's that?
They have an awesome halftime show with dinosaurs. That's all I know.
Yeah, maybe that's why they put them in the top 25. I think that's what they might have
That's the
done.
only reason why they're
Jesus
ranked.
Christ.
This is their halftime show.
JP,
Yes.
Virginia Tech is 4-3. Why are they not in this?
I don't know. Strength of schedule, probably. They haven't played anybody. They lost to Old Dominion. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I mean, the only reason that I'm thinking that Wisconsin dropped out of there isn't in there is because they lost to BYU. I understand that Wisconsin isn't going to be good every year. And I understand that some of these teams aren't always going to be good or they're always going to be good. But come on, man. Florida got beat by 20 points and they're ranked number 11. They dropped 2 fucking spots. Come on. Ohio State's ranked 10th. Kentucky's 9th. Ohio State lost to Purdue last week by 29 and they're ranked 10th. How can you have them 10th? What, because they have one fucking loss? Fuck that shit. They should be punished for losing a game that they should have won. So fucking illogical what they're fucking doing this. If I would put Ohio State at like 20 right now. They aren't worth the number fucking 10 ranking they're getting. Washington State is at 8. Oklahoma is at 7. Georgia is 6. Michigan is 5. Notre Dame is 4. LSU 3. Clemson 2. Alabama 1. The top 4 I agree with. Well, the top 5, not top 6 I agree with. But then again, Georgia lost by 22 weeks ago and they're still ranked in the top 10. Where's the logic?
There is none.
I want to know the credentials of these fucktards that are fucking doing this shit. So dumb. I don't understand what they're fucking doing with this shit. I do agree with the top. I can agree with Georgia is one of the better teams in the country. I get it. But punish these people for fucking losing games they should win. Instead of fucking rewarding them. So, yeah. College football, they need. This is why this system don't work either. I credit Michigan because they are really good. Why wouldn't I credit Michigan? Why wouldn't I credit some team that's really good? I ain't going to credit the Lions. They aren't good. Dumbass. Fucking good God. Well, that's all I got. I mean, I just wanted to go through that was announced today, the college football playoff top 25. Really, the rankings that they reveal mean nothing, that only the top 4 really fucking matter, because that's just telling you who's going to be in the college football playoff. Makes no sense. Why they do the whole top 25 makes no sense. In fact, to be honest with you, I think the rankings are fucking shit.
No, look at the criteria they got to go by.
I think every conference champion should be in the playoffs, and then the rankings should tell us who is where. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do it by seed, then that's fine. I understand that. But this whole college football playoff thing, I think every conference champion should be allowed to have an opportunity to fucking go for a national title. They do it for basketball. It makes sense. And then you take the 2 best teams in the rankings and put them in there as well. Because there are 3 or whatever it is. That is 5 conferences.
Yeah.
5 power conferences. Those 5 power conferences should automatically go in. And then you have 3 at large, so to speak. The top 3 teams in the country. At that point.
Really, Track? Really? You try to talk shit and then you ruin it by apologizing. Come on, dude. We're trying to teach you these things.
Come on, don't be Canadian.
I mean, Bob, going through that, and I know you already said something about that, the Virginia Tech thing. I get where you're coming from, but I can see why they aren't there. I will give Iowa State this. They have had a tougher schedule. But they've lost games they should have won, apparently. I don't know. I don't see their logic with this ranking. I really don't.
I don't either. It's just it's asked backwards.
It is. To me, it is. Let's get on to the top 4 real quick, and then we'll move on to other football news. I agree with the top 4. I don't know if it's this week. And Aaron, I know you're in here because I seen you. Is Alabama play LSU this weekend or is it next weekend?
I think this weekend.
Because that is the game that, and I'm calling it now. I think this is going to be one of those games where do you remember the year LSU and Alabama played 3 times, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Or twice. No, played twice. LSU beat Alabama 6-3, and then Alabama shut out LSU in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be this year. I think LSU is going to beat Alabama because Alabama has not had to play their fucking starters all game. This is going to be a knockdown, drag. This
is going to be a.
I hope, and I hate LSU. I hate Alabama. But if I had to pick,
LSU,
I'm going with fucking LSU, and I hope they make Tua Tagovailoa fucking cocksucker. I hope they break his fucking knee. I hope they do. And it'll fucking teach Nick Saban to not play his fucking players all game.
Yep.
So I'm going with LSU because I just think LSU is really, they can run they do exactly the same thing. They're mirror images of each other. It's gonna be one of those games. It's probably gonna be like a 13-10 or 14-13 game. It's not going to be a blowout, but
it's going to be a hard fight. That's for damn sure.
Because Alabama is one of the better teams in the country. But if one of them 2 teams loses, they better drop. You punish a team. You don't reward them. Motherfucker! Fucking double cheese, double mayo, extra onion, motherfucker. That's Jim Cornette, by the way. So
I got extremely hungry just hearing that.
Go through the Wendy's drive-through, motherfucker.
Come on. So eating dinner here. I was eating dinner here. There's my dinner before we went out here. Literally, oh man, now I'm hungry.
But yeah, Bob, what about you? What do you think?
Oh boy. I hope to fucking God Alabama loses. I really do. See, I think the Bama dynasty is going to end soon. It might not be this year or next year, but it's coming.
Or 15 years down the line, but it's coming.
Exactly. But the cracks are starting to form, and I think LSU is going to win, and more cracks are going to start forming. Because yes, Bama's a damn good team, but there's been other good teams that's
been overlooked because of Bama.
Yep, and that's the frustrating thing with me with the SEC.
Bama's time's coming, folks.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. That is the game of the week. It's 1 versus 3.
I just had that feeling, JP. I just got that feeling that Bama's reign of terror is going to end soon.
Okay, I'm with you. I don't think it's going to last too much longer either.
You're making them sound like the White Walkers there, Bobbitt.
That's what they are.
What do you think about tonight, Saturday's game, though? That's really what I wanted from you.
I think it's going to be a 14-13 game. LSU wins.
I agree. I think it's going to be one of those games, and it was last year. I think didn't LSU? Didn't they keep it close for a while? Don't be shocked, man. LSU is really good. They mirror image. They're one of those teams that can beat Clemson for sure. For sure, could beat Alabama. I know they could. That for sure. If you watch them play this weekend, holy shit, they are for fucking real. That quarterback they have. That freshman quarterback they have is for real. For real.
See, Clemson did beat Bama 2 years ago.
They did. That defense is fucking relentless. That defensive line for Clemson is. They have 3 future. What did they say? Didn't they say top 11 picks?
Yep.
They have 3 or 4 defensive linemen right now, and one of them doesn't even fucking start. That could go first round in the top 10 this year in the draft. That's how good this defense is. Alabama doesn't have anybody right now that could be in the top 10 on the defensive line. So.
And I'm going to say this one last thing about Bama. When Clemson beat them 2 years ago, that's when I started seeing the cracks forming for Bama.
Well, Nick Saban is – when Nick Saban leaves, that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. So, but that's all I have. I just wanted to rant about the fucking top 25 and how fucking ignorant they are.
And the
criteria. The top 4 I agree with, though. Maybe even top 6. But, yeah. That's all I have, Coop.
Well, I love that segment because you and Bobbitt have a great connection. I definitely know Bobbitt loves talking college football.
I do.
And I like sitting in the back and listening to you guys just talk about college football while I'm trying to interact with other people. So this is like been an awesome episode where everything's just mixed so far. And we're at perfect time right now. We're at the top of the hour. And is there anything else you want to get into before we get into our picks?
I will say I'm gonna go with Jim K. Syracuse is really a good surprise team this year. They have really, because they have been. I remember when they were one of the most dominant teams in college football, like when they had Donovan McNabb and all them. They were one of the teams that you could throw in there that could be playing for a national championship every year. Now they're starting to come back, and it's good for college football that you get more teams that step up to the plate, like a Wisconsin, Michigan, and those old prestige. It gives college football more of a good feeling for football in general, because the guys that are playing college football are going to be the future of the NFL. Because you're not going to have all the same guys playing football every year. That's why I always say, and I tell everybody, you want to evaluate talent, watch college football. You want to see who's going to be a first-round pick, watch college football. You can pretty much tell right from, you're going to get some busts like Johnny Manziel, but I knew Johnny Manziel was going to be a bust.
Oh, yeah.
So watch college football. It tells you what the future of football is going to be. So, yeah, that's all I have.
I do remember the weeks ago I did watch the Syracuse game, and I mentioned it on here. I mentioned it to you guys that they were actually pretty good. I think it was TCU that they were good.
They're a surprise team, but I will agree with Jim K. They beat Clemson last year. So Trexter, shut the fuck up.
All I see is Heather just hiding her face.
Trexter, he's putting stupid shit in the fucking chat. He's being Trexter. Because Trexter, he's a Lions fan, so fucking idiot.
Oh man. That's a good thing I made him a mod.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're right on time. Are you guys ready to get into our week 9 picks?
Absolutely. Heather's got this week's picks.
And how did we do this week, Heather?
Nobody was under 10.
Wow.
Yes. And
Wow. That must have been a really good week for a lot of us.
Oh, yes. Best of all for Bobbitt, because he went undefeated this week.
What?
Yes.
Bobbitt went undefeated.
Bobbitt went 14-0. You're right behind him with 13-1.
Ah! What did I get wrong? The
Then
fucking
you got
Patriots?
JP with 12-2. And you got me with 11-3.
Fuck! Wow, that was crazy. What game did I get wrong? Was it the fucking Patriots?
No, it was Ravens, like the rest of us.
Oh, the Ravens game. Yeah, I mean, Bobbitt screwed us all over there with that. That was the game changer. Wow.
That was it for the panel. For the chat, we got Sarah at 12-2.
Well done.
Ronnie at 11-3. Ace at 12-2. Alpha at 11-3. Trek, surprisingly enough, 12-2.
He just
Dan Rex went 11-3. G Wells went 13-1. Cody, you went 11-3. TSS 11-3. Cardinal 12-2, and Gina 11-3 as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good week. It was like that. Was it like the 4th week of the year? Well, the week that Heather went undefeated, everybody was above 500, and I think the lowest one was 9-7 that week, or 8-7, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Definitely think that this is the best week we've had so far.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow, that was a fantastic week. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Okay, and this week we got even more teams on the bye week, so we got less games to pick between. So it should happen again.
and we start off with a fucking garbage game on Thursday night football.
That's why it's on Thursday.
This is going to be the best game of the week. I'm calling it now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to start off our picks, the Oakland Raiders against the San Francisco 49ers.
Put this evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Okay.
Oh my God, this is horrible. But you know what? I'm going to go with the 49ers. I'm just going to go 49ers because Oakland is a mess right now. And they are a flat out mess. I don't know what is going on. They only have Derek Carr there. They're trying to clean slate. 49ers, they still have a few people there. But I'm very worried about what's going on back with the running back position with Brietta. I'm not sure what his name is, but I think he was injured in the last game. So look for CJ Beathard to throw the ball a little bit more in this game. So I'm going to go with the 49ers. JP, I'm going to go over to you and Heather.
God, how come I got to pick these god-awful games? I feel like I'm in a fucking house of horrors.
With this one, yeah.
Halloween's here.
I'm going to go, oh God, and I fucking hate this team almost as bad as I hate fucking Bears, the Lions, and the Vikings. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Heather?
Fuck it, I'm going to go Oakland.
Oakland?
I'm going to go with the Raiders for the Goonies choice just because this game is this is going to be the throwaway game for everybody, I think. So it's going to be the one game that just nobody cares about.
Oh, this game is going to be extremely spooky. Just before.
You're fucking ain't right. It's going to be fucking spooky.
Bobbitt, who are you going with?
Oh, Jesus. Fuck it, 49ers.
If the dead ain't dead, they will be after this fucking game.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jesus.
Now watch this like fucking 120 points put out in this game and best game of the fucking year.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. And I see the chat room here. I see a couple of people. I see TSS going with the Raiders. I see Ace going with the Raiders. Anybody else? Jim Kays is going with the Raiders.
It's a mixed bag.
And the rest is everybody else is going with 49ers. So
we're pretty much split even on Oakland or San Francisco.
It's one of those. It's one of those throwaway games. It's like
toss a coin. That's my pick.
It's like
one of those games.
It's like which venereal disease is worse, gonorrhea or syphilis?
Oh my god, it's gonna be a stink fest. For sure. Next game on the slate. Hopefully, this game will brighten our day. Let's go to the Sunday games. The Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bob, I'll let you start with this game.
Bears.
The Bears. JP and Heather, who are you going with?
God.
With what we saw of the Bills against the Patriots.
God, I hate the fucking Bears.
I don't want to retire.
I'm going with Chicago. I don't want to.
Yeah, there's the Bears.
Poor Heather.
I'm don't like picking the Bears right now this year because it's slowly dying. My insides or my career is slowly coming to an end. But I'm gonna go with the Bears just because I don't know, the Buffalo Bills offense is not gonna put up any points. I don't think against that defense.
Right.
Again, the Bills' defense is decent. The Bears still are hit or miss on offense. I mean, they're getting there, but
they did decent against the Pats, but not decent enough.
Mm-hmm. No, you got to put up more points, and with Chicago's defense coming to town, it's gonna be tough. So, what was the chat room saying here? I see.
It was like instantaneous Bears.
It's all The Bills still aren't the worst team in football.
Nobody's going with the Bills Mafia for the second game in a row.
We're still waiting on TSS, so he might be a Bears. He might be a Bears gangster.
The Bills still aren't the worst team in the NFL though. That mantra goes to the 49ers.
That it does.
I just think right now the Oakland's trying to find their identity. They don't have one, and that's why I picked San Francisco. I might change my fucking mind. Where is the game anyway?
This is San Francisco.
Okay, I might actually change my pick.
Really?
I might.
Stay tuned. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next game in the meantime. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to Carolina to take on Bobbitt's Panthers. Bobbitt, I'll let you start with this one.
Carolina.
This is kind of easy.
Well,
hey, bitch!
Fitzpatrick, fucking somehow you don't believe in Fitzpatrick?
Fuck no.
This fucking guy comes back into the game, scores up 18 points, and ties the game. Unfucking believable. This guy's a fucking pest in the league. Ugh.
I'm gonna see if Bobbitt's theory is right. If I pick Carolina and they lose, I'm gonna pick Carolina every fucking week. I'm going with Carolina.
I mean, they're going against Tampa Bay, so.
Oh, you're going with Tampa Bay?
I'm secretly rooting for Tampa Bay. I'm secretly rooting for Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go with Carolina myself too, just because I think that's somehow I don't trust either one of the quarterbacks right now in Tampa Bay.
For Buccaneers now.
Heather, did you make your pick?
I did. I went with the Panthers.
You went with everybody's going with the Panthers, and the chat room. I'm guessing everybody's going with the Panthers. Nobody's going with the Bucks. All right. Well, then we'll move on to the next game, which is the. Well, this one's going to be an easy one. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Dog Pound to take on the Cleveland Browns.
Oh God Almighty!
We might as well talk a little bit news. Hugh Jackson is now out, the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
As is their offensive coordinator.
Yes.
And this is why Cleveland never goes anywhere. Ever. You're going to be waiting. I don't think with them getting rid of Hugh Jackson, I don't think Cleveland's winning another fucking game this year.
Greg Williams comes as the intern head coach now.
He's the reason why the Bills fucking suck. And they hired and then they hired this guy to be, well, he's their defensive coordinator, but now he's their interim head coach. Oh, good Lord. Cleveland, you better figure your shit the fuck out. Greg Williams, he's the why the Bills suck. Now
they're gonna start looking around. I would, if I was looking at head coaching positions, I'm looking at the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, whoever is in charge of Patrick Mahomes this year. I would definitely look at that guy for an offseason.
Isn't Todd Haley was the? I thought he was but he was the offensive coordinator for the Browns.
Yeah, no, but whoever the Kansas City Chief offensive coordinator is, I think he's going to get some looks at this year just because of what they've been doing with Patrick Mahomes. And that offense itself is just out of this world.
If you notice, I'm nodding my head no because Trexter he's trying so hard to be funny.
Hey, Coop, maybe since you're a professional comedian, you could actually give Trex some pointers.
Hey,
here's what he put in the chat. Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
Take some classes with me, Trek.
This is what he put in the chat.
Some money.
The Browns are going to this Super Bowl, the one in my bathroom. Trek, this is how the joke goes. I've got to go to the bathroom and take the Browns to the Super Bowl. That's how the joke goes.
Oh my God, just the bowel thing is so easy. It's too easy for me. But okay, I'm just flat out saying when it comes to like crude comedy and that, to me, it's not a challenge. I don't do it. That's why I like doing other challenges, like when it comes to comedy, I don't like talking about comedy on a football show, but I want to try and get everybody involved instead of just a certain topic. Instead of just the people that like crude humor, I want to try and find something that's funny for everybody to all laugh at. That's right. Instead of getting a couple people, I'll get like triple or quadruple the laughs kind of thing. That's all.
And I agree with you, Jim Case. The Browns need to revamp their whole team. They can't they can't revamp for the 35th time in 4 years, though. That's the problem.
And Truck, that's when somebody should sit there and say, for you, open mouth, insert foot.
Hashtag right. Anyway.
I'm not even sure what's going on in the chat, but it's just the conversation talk back and forth is hilarious.
I'm testing my theory again. I'm picking Kansas City, and if they lose, I'm going to pick them every week because I don't want them to win anymore.
Oh my God, if the Browns somehow beat the Chiefs, God, that would be like, what the hell are we doing this year?
that defense shows up. Mm-hmm. The offensive coordinator and the head coach got fired, but they still had the defensive coach. So Greg Williams is doing something right.
Yeah.
He just sucks as a head coach.
Well, I'm definitely sure they're going to be shopping around. So we'll keep an eye out who would be good candidates this year for the Cleveland Browns. Yep. I'm guessing Heather, have you made your choice yet?
Yeah, I'm going with Kansas City. There's the Browns with this influx of just problems now. It's not going to work for them too well for this game.
I totally agree. They're going to be dysfunctional, I think. Bobbitt, what about you?
I'm going Chiefs. I'm not stupid enough to go Browns.
And is anybody else in the chat room stupid enough to go with the Browns?
No.
No, I think we're all going with the Browns. All right. No, sorry, they're all going with the Chiefs. Oops. All right. Next game. Look at this. We've got a divisional rival game for the New York Jets against the Miami Dolphins. This one is in Miami. I'm going to go with the Jets just because I feel like this is a game that they could possibly win. And the fact that I fucking hate the Dolphins and Sam Darnold, I think, is doing much more better than a lot of people expecting. Although all four of the rookie quarterbacks have been under 60% in completion rate this year, I think Sam Darnold might have a good game when it comes to Miami Dolphins, but look for him to have a nice game when it comes to Isaiah Crowell. That's who the main guy is to look at in that game. JP and Heather.
What's the game?
Jets
and Dolphins.
This one's in Miami too.
Why do they give a shitty game?
This might be a decision maker for people.
Yeah.
It could very well be.
I'm gonna go with go to Bobbitt.
All right, Bobbitt. Who you going with?
I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins. He's going with the Fins. He's going with the Himmelfarb. Shout out to Himmelfarb. By the way, doing some awesome stuff on Patreon with new shows. And Himmelfarb is one of the guys who's making the show happen. So thank you. Shout out to him. Heather and JP?
I'm going to go with the Jets. I think the Jets could win a game like this. The Dolphins, I don't know what they have because I know Tannehill's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
If Tannehill was playing, I would say the Dolphins, but
that secondary for the Jets is actually looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, they're not. They're another one of those teams where when they beat the Lions, when they beat the Lions, I'm like, this team has potential. They got they're hit or miss though, and that's the scary thing about them.
Mm-hmm. That secondary, I think, might have a good game against Brock Osweiler. So I forgot to mention that. But so if you're going to go with the Jets, all right. Heather, what about you?
It pains me, but I'm going with the Jets.
Oh, yeah. All right. Except Bobbitt's the only one that's going against us. So he's going with the Dolphins. And what is the chat room saying?
They're a mixed bag of Dolphins and Jets.
It's one of those games. It's a toss-up.
Yeah. No, I think right now I might have made everybody like curious about the Jets because I've been making the Jets as a couple of picks this year. I've been getting it right. So it's a little bit of a toss-up with them right now, what's going on, if they're good or bad. But this is a game I think that they can win. So I'm gonna go with the Jets. I see TSS going Jets, Trek going Jets, Sarah going Jets. Ace changed his pick from the Dolphins to the Jets. Dale's going with the Jets. David's going with the Dolphins. Ronnie's going with the Dolphins, and Alpha's going with the Dolphins. So I see more people with the Jets. JETS. Let's go, team. Next game we've got on the slate. Ooh, we'll start Heather with this one. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to Baltimore to take on your Ravens.
This is a revenge game.
It's going to be interesting for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Very important game too.
It is. It's like I said. It's a revenge game, and Steelers are mighty pissed off right now.
This one's a toss-up right now, but
Baltimore's not playing very well.
I'm going to stick by my Ravens.
Knucklehead.
I'm going to stick by my Ravens.
JP? That's what it sounds like. He's mind blown what to choose right now.
I'm gonna go with. It's in Baltimore.
Yeah, this one's in Baltimore.
Barely, because they have been playing like shit. Their defense is good, but their offense is horrible right now. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, but barely. It's another toss-up game for me. I don't want to pick the Ravens because they fucked me over 30 times this year already.
Baba, who are you gonna go with?
This is fucking really hard. I've been contemplating this all day. Put me down for Ravens.
Damn, the whole panel's going with the Ravens. I am gonna go with the Steelers. I'm just thinking that I'm liking what I've seen from James Conner, running back wise. I think Ben Roethlisberger is gonna put up points with Antonio Brown with connection. I think what I've seen from Baltimore after last week, I'm worried what's going on with them. I'm worried what's going on with their Joe Flacco with the turnover rate. If they're going to be messing up against the Steelers defense this game, I'm worried about Joe Flacco. So that is the main key to watch for me in this game. But I'm going to go with the Steelers.
They need to go back to the basics. They need to run the ball.
They have They have other quarterbacks they can use. They just don't use them.
Well, they can't. Joe Flacco, you got to give Joe Flacco his due. He's a Super Bowl champion. Yeah. I'm sorry. Joe Flacco's better than the two guys that they have.
Lamar came in, I think, for like 5 plays. He got a touchdown.
Robert, okay, let me tell you something. Robert Griffin is shit. Robert Griffin sucks cock. Lamar Jackson is a rookie. He ain't going to play no better than what Joe Flacco is going to give you. So
yeah,
stick with the veteran that knows the playbook, can get the job done. It also his playmakers have got to step up to the plate.
Alex Collins needs to step up a little bit more.
Yes, run the ball.
Mm-hmm. When they did that, they had a nice first drive with Alex Collins getting a touchdown. He did his little dance in the end zone like he usually does, but then they were just silent for the rest of the game on offense.
It's because they think, okay, we've established the run. Let's throw the ball all over the fucking field. You don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's you look at the Colts. I'll use them as a prime example. They throw the ball all over the field. They get 500 yards passing the game. But then when it comes to crunch time and you want to fucking milk the clock, they can't run the ball because their defense can't stop anybody. Hence, you lose the game. Run the ball. Mix the run in with the pass. You don't have to fucking pit 5 yards a pop every time. Look at Green Bay. I mean, shit. Yeah, they had a good running game this past weekend, but they run the ball for effect. They don't run the ball 20 times a game to get 5-6 yards a pop. Their game is passing, but in order for the passing game to work, you still kind of have to run the ball, whether or not you get a yard or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think. It's just the Ravens have got to figure out what they're doing. They have a good team. They have talent. They do. They got their first round. They think they still have. I don't know who they have for receivers, but they still have talent on that team. They got to utilize it. And whoever is their offensive coordinator has got to run the ball more. You can't run the ball in the first drive and then not do anything the rest of the game with the running game. That don't work.
Which is why I think that they're using Lamar Jackson for those running plays because they like him using his legs a lot. I think that's one thing that's effective about him.
Yeah.
But then there's also the argument of if you don't use the rookie, he's always going to be a rookie.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, Heather. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 3 years before he played. And look at Aaron Rodgers. Let these young kids develop. Let them sit behind Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's a very good quarterback. You can't say he's not. He's a Super Bowl champion.
I never ever said he wasn't.
Well, I understand that. So there's nothing wrong with Lamar Jackson sitting behind Joe Flacco and watching him do what he does. It helped Aaron Rodgers look at where he's at today. So
if you're saying that they need to run the ball more, Lamar Jackson comes in and he runs the ball though. So that's
I understand that, but I'm talking about a literal running game, turning around and handing it off to your running back.
Right. So do you think Alex Collins is a 3-down back? Is that what's slowing them down?
Well, don't they have like another running back there, like Kenyon? I can't remember his name.
I can't either.
But I really can't remember. That's the thing. That's the thing with Baltimore. I don't think they have.
They have two running backs. So I mean, you don't need Lamar Jackson to run the ball. If you're going to use him as a running back, you wasted a first-round pick. That's stupid for a quarterback because Joe Flacco, he's coming towards the end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's what, 34, 35, somewhere in there, maybe 36. I mean, how much longer are you going to have him for?
I think when it comes to quarterback, you don't want him running the ball. I think 3 times a game for about 20 to 30 yards.
Yeah, but I mean, you can, again, that 20 to 30 yards 2 to 3 times a game. Okay, that's 90 yards, 60 to 90 yards, but that's only 3 plays. I'm not looking for yards. I'm looking for.
I was just picking housable or something like that, though.
Yeah.
So that's where those plays I'm thinking in my head where he would get those 2 things kind of thing.
Yeah.
If he scrambles outside, that's where I know Lamar's good at.
Yes. The big question with him is does he have the arm? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely the arm is question.
Javorius Allen is the other kid. He was a higher draft pick than Alex Collins was. I think he was a 3rd-round pick, and then Alex Collins was a 4th-round pick. So the talent's there. They have to utilize it, though. They can't. That's the thing. You have to utilize your talent.
Mm-hmm. So the offensive coordinator needs to do a better job running the football with these running backs.
He needs to see better, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're not doing a good job with the passing game right now. So,
no, because they can't run the ball.
Yeah. Did everybody make their picks already for this game?
Yeah.
I think you guys all went Baltimore. I went Steelers. What did the chat room say? That was nice.
It's kind of a mixed bag. Sarah went with Pittsburgh. TSS went with Pittsburgh. Alpha went with Pittsburgh. Ace went with Pittsburgh. And then everybody else went with Baltimore. Of course, Ronnie went with Baltimore. Dan Rex went with Baltimore. D. Wells went with Baltimore. And Trek and Jim Kays went with Baltimore.
Okay, well, I'm just looking over the chat room. I'm catching up with everybody here. Jarvis Allen, that's Buck Allen.
Yeah.
That's what they call him. I totally forgot he had a nickname. Okay, well, then we'll move on to the next game, which is the Detroit Lions against the Minnesota Vikings. Bob, I'll let you start with this one.
Vikings.
All right. JP and Heather, your game.
Neither team is very good with either defense or offense at the moment.
The Vikings are good on offense. Their defense sucks dick. I'm going with fucking Vikings.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'm going to agree with you guys. I'm going to go with the Vikings, too. After them losing Golden Tate, I don't know where Detroit's going now.
Detroit's in a rebuilding stage, but they've got a ¡1 draft pick and a quarterback, and yet they keep. What does that tell you about Matthew Stafford?
Yeah,
they have no faith in him.
You think it's time for him to move on?
It's time for them to move on from him. I don't know, man. He just can't get the job done. And then I think you're frozen poop. Damn. Bobby,
Yo,
did you pick?
Yeah, he was the first one. He went with
Oh, that's
Minnesota.
right. Okay.
Oops, hiccups.
Coop froze, everybody.
Trey chose Vikings.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Smart choice for once.
Let me see. Trying to find games that we haven't done yet. Oh. Uh-oh. You there, Coop?
Oh, we are still live, so.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out this next game: the Falcons versus the Redskins. Bobbit,
I'm going Redskins.
going Redskins?
Yeah.
You back, Coop? What about you, Hez?
Who are they going against? Falcons? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Redskins.
I am too. I am going with the Redskins. God damn it. And my phone took a shit on me. Motherfucker.
Do you want mine?
Motherfucker.
No, it's all right.
I believe your computer froze there, Coop.
I think your computer froze or something, brother. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like I can't. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go to.
Hold on, I'm not done writing them down. Just talk.
Again, the reason that I'm picking the Redskins is because of what they did in the trades and stuff. So I'm liking what the Redskins did. Their defense, they shored up their defense. If you're a Redskins fan, you're gonna like Clinton Dix. He plays at 120% every down. His only downfall is that he over pursues at times, but he's still very solid as a safety. You're gonna like him. He plays hard. He gives you 120%. He never takes a play off. Back Coop?
Oh,
there we go.
Oh my God! What
It's
the
all right.
hell just happened to mine?
It's all right.
So
I
don't know. It's weird.
Go ahead. God damn it!
Something is going on with the Google Hangout. Something is fine. Like I can look at the chat room and everything right now, but Google Hangout for some reason just stopped working for me. So.
Oh, really?
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there, but I was trying to talk to you guys, so it was like, what just happened? And I see you guys moving, but me for some reason I wasn't reaching you guys, so I just went back into the thing. All right, so where were you guys at for the game pick?
I picked the game by Falcons at Redskins. Everybody picked, and then I was telling them about Clinton Dix, about how where I thought he was as far as a player. And yes, Sarah, Swearinger is a good player, but he's a cornerback. He's not a safety. That's why they picked up Clinton Dix, because they play the same position. They're going to move Swearinger and put Clinton Dix in that position. Clinton Dix is the better athlete, in my opinion.
So out of that, who is your pick there, Coop?
And he froze again.
Oh, what a face to freeze on too.
Great job, JP.
Huh?
Yeah,
There we go.
He froze again. We'll come back to Coop. We'll come back to him. Did we do? I'm gonna go to the next game. We'll come back to you, Coop. I promise. You did it. Went out again. Now I can't even see you at all. The Chargers at the Seahawks.
Oh boy.
Heather,
Where is it?
are you back, Coop, or no? Where's that?
Mm-hmm.
Chargers at the Seahawks. It's in Seattle.
There's another toss-up game for me, so I'll go Chargers.
Okay. Bobbitt,
LA.
I'm going to go with the Chargers as well. Chargers are another one of those dark horse teams that I think are going to be Super Bowl contenders. And Coop will get yours when you come back. I don't know what happened. You just completely froze again.
I think it might be his.
It could be.
Well, he needs to get a cooling fan.
Well, we have no room to talk. Look at what we're using.
Yeah, but his is a simple fix ours, isn't it?
Captain Negative. Anyway. The next game, and I promise, Coop, we'll get back to you. The Texans at the Denver Broncos.
What about you, Bobbitt? We'll start with you with this one.
I'm legit going to go with Texans.
I agree.
Yeah, Texans are showing a lot of promise, and they're starting to get into their own swing, so I'll go with them.
Not only that, but, they got some pretty good trades in today, too.
Right? Don't be sorry, Aaron. You're picking with your mind, not your heart.
Mm-hmm.
The 320, the probably going to be the game of the week, and I wish Coop was here for this one. The Los Angeles Rams at the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Rams. I don't think the fucking New Orleans Saints can stop the LA Rams. That's what I see. I see the Rams. It's going to be close. It's going to be like 30-27. It's going to be like this last week, but I think the Rams will pull it out in the end. Bob, what about you?
Where's this game going to be at?
I said in New Orleans.
Okay. God almighty. I got to go with LA. They just have the momentum in the team right now.
Heather?
I'm going with the Rams. They're smoking hot right now.
They are. They're the best team in football. They're undefeated.
And only that, but if the Rams, if Saints lose, Panthers win, Panthers is tied for first in FC South.
Yep. Coop, you back now?
Oh my God. Am I here?
You're here.
Fuck's sakes. I am the most unlucky host probably here.
Yeah, you're good. We are.
Oh, yeah. We're with you, brother. You should see what I'm using right now. I'll show you in a second.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if you could see what I'm showing.
I'll take a picture of it. And...
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
So,
where are we at right now?
well, what about you? The Falcons at the Redskins, and it's in Washington.
I said Redskins.
Okay, I didn't catch that because you froze as soon as you were getting ready to say something.
Right?
I was thinking that. Oh man, what's going on? So I did a full boot and everything. So
Chargers at the Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers because they got the better talent.
Yep, and I think they're another one of those Super Bowl dark horse threats.
Mm-hmm.
Houston at Denver.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Houston on that one, just because Denver has been looking a little bit strugglish, and they just got rid of Demaryius Thomas. So
Yep.
I think Houston's gonna have the better game.
And then we're still discussing the game of the week, most likely the Rams at the Saints.
The Rams at the Saints. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go with the Rams, just because the fact that they've got the best team right now. And that defense line, they're going against Drew Brees. Oh man, they're gonna come at them hard. I think they might get a pick or two off of Drew Brees in this game. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Drew Brees is prone to throwing interceptions.
Yeah, so I do think the Rams are gonna get a pick or two out of Drew Brees in this game.
Yep, I agree. This one is another one of those toss-up games, and the Packers at the Patriots.
Oh, fuck.
Now, if you watched the Packer game last week, they are full healthy now. They did get rid of Clinton Dix, but he didn't play that much this last week.
Even the week before, he didn't play that much, I don't think.
Yeah, he's there. And
you were yelling that he wasn't doing much.
Not Clinton Dix. No.
Yeah.
It's because he probably missed a couple of tackles. Cooper, what about you, man? Where are you going with this one?
Oh my God, he said Cooper. That's when you know it's a serious question. Oh man.